What's up, peeps? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen, and you've made it over to Cactus DIY, where I share faux finishing, furniture art, and decorative painting. Today, I have to pull out the one tool that I am pretty much the most nervous to actually use. So if you like videos where I'm going to be using a power tool that I am uncomfortable with, then hit the subscribe and the like button down below, and make sure you stick around because here we go. It's my sewing machine. And it turned out I didn't even have enough fabric to make the outer shell of the curtains. I already have curtains in there. Those curtains are just really thin and they're drop cloth material. So I was gonna do something with a really nice heavyweight material, and unfortunately I'm like 3 inches too short. So that's not happening. So instead, I took down the curtain. All of these things are getting done, but first I'm going to start cleaning. There's an enormous spider web in the corner over there, and I'm all set with that. And then I just want to run that vacuum around baseboards and up here and stuff like that. Cleaning didn't take very long in here because I'd just done that when I made over the bed and nightstand. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link to it in the description and at the end of this video. That one was fun, so definitely make sure you check it out. I'm gonna keep and utilize those brown rug caps that came on the ends of these runners, so stick around to see what I do with those. And I'm using 2 runners in this room, one on either side of the bed. But that leaves this entire space here empty, so I need to put something here so it doesn't look like those 2 side rugs are just weirdly floating. And again, this project is thwarting me because I can't find my iron. So I'm trying to make a rug out of this really cool sticky backing piece for a rug, and then I'm going to iron on something that I'm hand painting. But I can't just iron that on because it's going on canvas, and so I need something in between, which is called interfacing. I need an iron for that so that it can adhere those 2 layers together, and I have looked everywhere. Maybe shy of like bins in the garage. I should probably pop out to the garage and look through bins because it could be out there, but it's literally nowhere else. And my edge banding is even in the house. Hello. Anyway, but because I couldn't make this rug right now, I moved on to something else, and that's what we're getting to right now. I created this large canvas a couple of years ago using 3 different shades of tinted joint compound. That project was one that I did to stage my home back in Phoenix when we were putting it on the market. This was a thrifted and upcycled canvas, and I filmed the whole process of doing the plaster, of course. When we moved here to New York, this painting got really scuffed up around all of the edges. I don't want to add more plaster for fear of weight problems, so instead I'm just painting the outside of this to look like it has a 2-inch matte black frame. Issues now. All right, pulling the tape, some plaster peeled up, but it stopped right at the tape line, which is great. And it happened here as well. Oh, you can't see that. Here as well. And I knew about this one. That happened when I was adjusting tape, and then this also. There's also a little bit of bleed under, which I fully expected because this is textured. But I am just going to come along with a little bit of Magnolia White. This is the most me thing that's ever happened. Probably caught it on camera too. Okie dokie, I think I'll close that now all the way, because apparently I didn't before. Not sure why that didn't happen before, but you know, here we are now. Set up a shot, it's super artsy, so cute. I'm doing good, my life is great. After getting over myself for shaking paint all over my room and the freshly painted black frame, I got back to work fixing the other issues with some paint. Great. Now I'll just add some of that color in some other places so it looks like it's purposeful there. I touched up all the black paint and then left it to dry completely, which meant I was getting back to my floor covering. Okay. Sorry for the lighting. I'm gonna leave this here for a couple of days just to like settle out any of these wrinkles. To add some bulk to the basket that's around the pot of my fake olive tree, I used the plastic packing material that the runners came in. That helped to add volume so it doesn't look so saggy and sad. Then, remember those brown fabric rug caps? Well, here they are, covering the plastic and blending into the basket so well that I didn't need anything else to act as filler, especially in this dimly lit room. Tree? Check. Well, almost check. I will need to do something with these branches, but I'm getting to that in a minute. All right. Here in the garage, these are my shelves, sort of. Painting stuff. I don't even want to know what that is in there. These bins are all as they're marked. This is my wood stash. Oh, I've got so many little smalls in here that I need to do things with. Can't wait. The last actual place that it could be, because this is all concrete stuff, whatever it says on the outside, it's not. It's all concrete stuff. More projects that I'll be getting to soon, but it has to be in here, so it is not. If it's not, I don't know where it is. For real, we left it in Phoenix if it's not in this thing. Oh, yes. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. But I can't get that out of here because the mister did some auto stuff and these boxes weigh like a jillion pounds. It's cool. I'm going to get the mister to move these. Okay, here we go. Yay! Iron!
Found it!
It was literally in the third to last drawer, because if it wasn't in there, I had to look in the last two. Yay! Now I can make a rug. Which sounds ridiculous that I need an iron in order to make a rug, but not do better. Woohoo! Okay. What's up, peeps? Thanks for letting me interrupt this video for 1 minute. I just wanted to come at you with an announcement. I am hosting my very first furniture flipping challenge. It's called Beach Please, or it's called Beach Please. Either way you interpret that, it is my brand new furniture flipping challenge. I'm so excited to do this and host this one and pick a winner. This goes live on August 30th, 2025, and you can get detailed information on the graphic that's up on the screen, or you can come over and follow me on Instagram. It's at coppercactusdiy, all one word, and look for my top pinned post. All of the detail of this challenge is there because I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your beachy goodness. Like I said, go get that detailed information right after you finish watching this video. Thanks, peeps! I read the instructions on the interfacing, got everything laid out smooth on top of towels to protect the floor from the iron, and I cut the interfacing to size with my super sharp fabric scissors. I rolled up the interfacing and rug underlayment and moved that out of the way while I got the drop cloth ready. Then I started ironing it. This clip you're watching is time-lapse from what ended up being 42 minutes of me trying to iron, and as you'll see, I barely got any done in that time frame. So I said, screw that, and I put it in the wash and dryer instead. While that happened, I moved back over to the tree. The sections of this tree just slide together. Once I was done putting them together, I arranged and stepped back and then rearranged branches until I felt happy with how it looked. The laundry took a long time, but once the drop cloth was finally dry, I laid it out on the towels. Because of the size of my underlayment, I knew that I'd have at least one seam visible on the face of this floor cloth. I wanted to figure out the best placement, also making sure that the sections I planned to use looked okay. And that closed out another day on this project. It's definitely that now. But I'm freaking exhausted, and this took like 3 hours to finish, so I'm doing this tomorrow. Clock transition. And the next day I started in right away because I knew I had a ton of details for the floor covering to finish. Starting with getting things stacked, cut to a better size, and then I could start ironing everything together. That part took the longest time, but I didn't mind though. I just cranked up some tunes and kept the iron moving in 5-second intervals. I'm gonna let you watch it a lot faster and with some copyright-free music. This middle part is actually pulling apart a little in the stitches, but I want this to actually stay like a seam on purpose. That is on purpose. So I am going to use some of this Aleene's No Sew fabric glue. I don't even know if this is available anymore. If it is, I'll link some below. This actually works awesome, and then I'll just weight it down with some of my hand weights, just, you know, something enough just to hold it for a couple of minutes until it's actually dry. Once it was dry, I flipped it over, then I cut the drop cloth to match the round shape, and I left about a 2-inch allowance all around. I hot glued sisal rope along the edge of the underlayment on the underside of the drop cloth layer to help stabilize the outside edge of this fabric. It probably wasn't my smartest choice to line up the rope with the top edge though, because the rope is thicker than the 3 fabric layers put together. So now it looks like the edge is curled upward even though everything is sitting flat on the floor. It needed thickness. Well, actually no, I just needed to have used my thinner rope for this. Oh well, that's why the cliche live and learn was invented, I guess. I don't hate it, but it isn't my best work. The rope part might get cut off eventually if it bothers me or if it tries to trip anyone, but since that's not today, I pressed on off camera. Once the glue cooled, I snipped along the top layer at about 1 inch apart around the entire circle. I made sure to stay shy of the rope though. Then I started the long task of gluing those hundreds of tabs down in place. Alright, so I wanted you to just see what I'm doing and why these last 10 tabs just literally took the better part of 22 minutes. So this is live time and I'm really sorry about the sound outside. I live in a rental. I don't control when they come to mow the lawn, and that's going on right now. But they also don't call to get my filming schedule, so here we are, living with it together. This is how I do it. Yeah, that was a full minute. I don't remember how many tabs I cut because I didn't really count. It was a lot. So I'm going to continue with this, but it's going to take me the better part of the day. So I'm just going to do a little YouTube magic for you, and I'll get you back in here in 2 YouTube seconds so you can see me doing the hand painting stuff to close out this video. As promised, I started hand painting with this shade of olive fabric paint from 7 Artists. I want the edge especially to stand out now, and a color change will help. While I do this, let me say thanks to anyone who has made it this far into the video. Most people don't, so you seriously rock, and I seriously appreciate you. Thanks, peeps! Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and get notified about my upcoming premieres. Most of my videos come out as a premiere, so you can come chat with us way too early in the morning. I'm going for about 3 videos a month right now, and would love to have you join the party if you're not already subscribed. Before and after pics are coming up, so stick around. Thanks for being here and watching. Later, peeps.